Welcome to a LaunchPad where ideas lift off, but only if they're good. From self-driving cars to protein bars, 16 aspiring entrepreneurs are looking to win a spot at the final pitch day. That's where they'll have the opportunity to present their ideas in front of a live audience to attract investments and maybe even win a cash prize. But before all that, they must face our 3 experienced industry experts. Will these budding entrepreneurs impress with their pitch, or will they crumble under pressure? Stepping out onto a LaunchPad is Mark from Juvo, a reimagined LED flare helping the heroes in our city.
Ever since I was a kid, I was more gravitated towards the Lego environment because they give you little pieces of plastic and they tell you do something. Honestly, anytime my parents bought me for Christmas a Lego set, I would look at the instructions, I would build it, in a day, and then next day I'd be like, okay, then what? So I'd destroy it and ignore the instructions entirely and do my own thing. So that really enriches my creative side when I was a kid. And then as I grew older, in high school, I'm like, okay, what's other than Lego? I'm in high school now, I got more skills. But so I started tinkering with little circuit projects like make a phone battery charger for my phone, or I don't know, make a little screen that can display a message, or using little Arduino boards. That was really my childhood and my teenhood in a way. I ended up going to UIT for mechatronics engineering because I believe that really matches my my forte in a way because it's all robots, and I have a natural high off robots. Ever since I was a kid, I used to watch Iron Man 3 times and sort of puzzle the movie together. Oh, how did the robot move there? Or how did the armor attach to his body? And sort of the control systems and the robotics behind that. I know it's a fiction movie, but it's still definitely it's a good inspiration to continue in engineering. That sort of drive in you to build stuff, and robotics is really the cornerstone of building. Everywhere, this camera equipment was built by robots. This table is built by a robot, and I think building the things that build other things is really cool. I was playing GTA 5 one summer. They call it the Grand Theft Auto 5 video game. And okay, how do I have to explain this? I was being chased by the cops in the game, ironically. And
you want to save them.
Exactly.
You want to save the cops that are chasing you.
Yeah, so the virtual pixelated cops were chasing me, and then sure enough, I had no more bullets except for the flare gun. At that time, I didn't even know I had a flare gun. So I pulled the flare gun out, I fire, and I'm like, there's a fireball coming out of this gun. I'm like, okay, whatever, and I didn't think anything of it. Next thing you find out, I got curious. I went online, looked up, what's a flare gun? What's in it? And then I looked up the chemicals. It's horrible. And then I looked at it, and then all of a sudden, one day in math class in high school, I started sketching up a prototype. And then that's when it went on. Sort of that sparked the idea.
I think this product is the perfect, the fusion of all of Mark is. It's a combination of his skills, his interests, what he wants to do with his life. It really combines his character of wanting to work with people and wanting to improve their lived experience, combined with his passion for superheroes. That's all he watched as a kid. And you combine that with his engineering background and his skill set. This product really combines, it really highlights everything that he is, everything he aspires to be and everything that he's experienced so far.
Juvo is the name of my company. It's Latin to protect or to offer assistance, and I think that really matches the mission statement we hold at Juvo, which is to protect those that protect us. And now I've been working on it since I was 16. The name came when I was 17, but the idea was when I was 16. And ever since then, I was just going through different designs, different models, and how can I make it work better, more effectively. How much light can I pull out of it, as efficiently as possible. And essentially, it was just from when I was 16 till now, it was all revisions. It was all just prototyping, R&D, talking to people, see their opinion.
It's a great product, great idea. He's not unique in terms of what he's attempting to do hardware-wise. The disconnect really is that there isn't anything that exists space-wise in this ecosystem we have in York Region to enable him to really bring this to reality. York Region is a great ecosystem for entrepreneurs that want to do software-related endeavors, but the disconnect, the problem, the barrier that exists today is that if you want to do hardware stuff, which Mark at Juvo is trying to do, Juvo rather, is that it doesn't exist. So we're a great space to do that from. We're probably the only space, honestly, in the York Region that would allow Mark to kind of go from ideation, which he's doing now, to something physical, and then take this out on market to investors, potential clients, and really make something for himself.
I really have this will to protect people. I don't know why. It's this thing in the back of my mind. But taking pain away from people is sort of my, it's just a natural instinct of mine. That's why I love watching superhero movies. I attributed Iron Man to the everyday cop, everyday firefighter, because they're protecting, they're offering assistance to those who can't help themselves. And I believe that that's sort of my character, that's embedded, it's woven into my character, I can't escape it. So I believe when I was 16, I just realized that. I embraced it. I said, you know what, I gotta do it. I gotta help people, because that's my calling. And I just so happen to love electronics and robotics, so I can merge the two, and that's what really triggered it. Superhero movies triggered it.
Can this Iron Man inspired product reimagine to help the heroes among us impress the panel of experts?
Well, there's a couple of suggestions that I can make. Both Seneca College has a very active fire protection initiative, so it'd probably be worthwhile to connect into that entity. But also York University has an emergency preparedness initiative. It does have a bit of weight to it, which is a plus and also a minus, right? But I'm looking at it from the power source point of view. I see that you have a series of batteries all connected in series, I believe, and to provide enough voltage and current to be able to power these LEDs.
Yes.
In production, do you still see this requirement of this many batteries? Or?
That battery set offers 48 hours of constant use on a single charge.
Wow.
Meaning that this will last a police officer several car scenes.
It's really impressive what you've been able to do, and you mentioned you're a student at UOIT,
Yeah.
so you're still in school.
Exactly.
And you're starting up your own business, so that's really exciting. The one thing, the additional thing I could suggest in terms of that kind of connection into academia is look at the entrepreneurship programs on campus as well, and then there are other programs like Summer Company you could take advantage of as well in terms of looking for funding supports.
You talked about having a website and going directly to consumers. Maybe you could use the police officers and other specialty associations that you want to go after, like the Police Officers Association, for example, trying to use that as a channel to get the product out there, the market.
Entrepreneurship is less about the money and more about creating a solution to a problem, even if that problem came to light while playing a video game. This flare can potentially become the new must-have tool to all emergency workers in the world. Coming up, we meet another exciting new venture.